Welcome guys to another video in our channel. Welcome to our video today where we delve into football tactical analysis on Chelsea. Our discussion today is what is the problem with Chelsea's defense? What is affecting Mauricio Pochettino's team that is making Chelsea concede large number of goals? Especially, we see that Pochettino is insisting on building with a 3 at the back. In the first two games of the season, Chelsea just have 1 point and currently sit 15th. Pochettino has preferred the use of a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2 initially in the first two games of the season. Yet, at pre-season, he used the 4-2-3-1 system. Our analysis today is going to look at why is Pochettino preferring to use 3 at the back and what is the best suitable centre-back partnership for Pochettino. Currently, Colwill, Thiago Silva and Disasi are the starting pair in a back 3. But is this system sustainable for Chelsea in the long run? Like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos. The 3-4-3 is tasked to give Chelsea passing angles, especially during build-up. But Chelsea build-up where the goalkeeper Sanchez steps out with the ball, with Thiago Silva and Disasi playing alongside him, while Disasi pushes to start as an orthodox left-back. Conor Gallagher has been preferred as the holding midfielder, with Enzo playing slightly ahead. Sterling and Chilwell have been tasked to play with the width, but Chelsea have preferred building down the left by passing the ball to Thiago Silva and using the left foot of Chilwell, Colwill and Kani Chukwuemeka to try to maneuver with the ball. But once the ball reaches to Chilwell, Chilwell does not progress with the ball forward, but rather tries to pass the ball backward. And this is a problem that saw Chelsea concede the first corner. Chilwell is not a winger, therefore is not excellent at taking on the fullback and dribbling to enable his team progress through this phase of play. Therefore, in my opinion, Chelsea should revert to their 4-2-3-1. This might see maybe Colwill get dropped and Sterling getting pushed to start at the left-hand flank after an exemplary performance last game, with Noni Madueke coming into the team. So this might see two centre-backs, and as well, Gallagher is not likely to start since Caicedo will come. These two centre-backs include a ball player and a ball carrier. A ball-playing centre-back is a centre-back who keeps it short. He uses his passing accuracy to pick players who are close and thread balls in between the lines. And this is a key type of a ball-playing centre-back. The other form of a ball-playing centre-back is a ball carrier, a centre-back who likes to drive with the ball in space when he sees space in front of him. A clear example is John Stones for Manchester City and Harry Maguire. These are centre-backs, and don't forget him, Antonio Rudiger used to do this excellently for Thomas Tuchel. So a team requires these two types of centre-back. One who is comfortable on the ball, waits patiently for the opponent to come and press, then release the ball. And that is what Thiago Silva, Ruben Dias, and Virgil van Dijk do. This passing the ball to the holding midfielder once pressure has been elevated enables the holding midfielder to dictate the play. Now, we know that Pochettino insists that Chelsea will learn how to build from the back, meaning that he wants Chelsea to adopt a 3-2 system during build-up, with one centre-back traditionally playing in between the two centre-backs. And this is a system that Pochettino wants to implement at Chelsea, a system that has been employed by many managers including Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta and Klopp is currently implementing it at Liverpool. And how is this system going to accommodate Chelsea's centre-backs? The three centre-backs that Chelsea currently have are Colwill, Thiago Silva and Disasi. In my opinion, the last game, only apart from the Disasi blunder and Colwill, the centre-backs looked comfortable. Here are the statistics of the three center backs. The first statistics is Thiago Silva. You can see he's quite good in passing the ball. Therefore, he's the best center back to have playing as the midfield center back, the one who starts in between the two wide center backs. He's able to play long balls, he's able to play threaded through balls in between the lines, and he's a center back who's able to play the sweeper role of covering for the wide center backs. With a plethora of experience, he can lead that defense since Disasi and Colwill are not yet ready. The outside center back is also the sweeper center back and is the one who's tasked to make last-ditch tackles, especially when the team's high press is bypassed. He must be excellent in build-up, knowing when to drop in between the lines to receive the ball from the keeper. These statistics show the statistics of Levi Colwill, an excellent progressive passer of the ball and likes to make a lot of touches at the opposition's defense and midfield third. He's a player who likes to carry the ball. He's a ball-carrying centre-back, a centre-back who likes to receive the ball at his feet and attack the space ahead of him. Colwill in this position can attempt threaded balls to wingers who are making runs behind the opposition defense line. And as we saw, Colwill is quite comfortable on the ball compared to maybe somebody like Koulibaly, who played there last season. Colwill in this position is not afraid to pick runners and play threaded through ball, and one of the greatest things with him is a good interceptor of the ball. Therefore, he's a centre-back who's not afraid of playing wide left, giving the team time and chance to play in this position. The third centre-back we're going to look at is Axel Disasi. Axel Disasi is a good threader of line-breaking passes. We've seen that in most games that Chelsea have played this season. Therefore, this is a centre-back who's good enough for Chelsea to be making those line-breaking passes. But Colwill and Disasi are wide centre-backs. Thiago Silva is the middle centre-back and can make short passes while holding the ball patiently. The key word for a mid centre-back is patience. A centre-back who's willing to hold the ball, draw in an opponent to create a passing angle to the midfield. While the wide centre-backs are centre-backs who are able to drive with the ball in space and open up passing channels, similar to what Rudiger was doing for Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel. This might see Ben Chilwell not start in the Chelsea lineup next game. And I'm going to explain this. I prefer having wingers in these wide positions. Another benefit of having wide centre-backs is the ability to read the game and intercept the ball. Both Colwill and Disasi are quite excellent in this. And having two holding midfielders in front of them in Enzo and Caicedo, this might give Chelsea a solid base to build on. Now, I want to talk about the perfect duo in ball-playing centre-backs. The ball player, the ball carrier with Manchester City's Ruben Dias and John Stones. Ruben Dias is the patient centre-back. He's the centre-back who draws opponents and plays simple passes. From his starts, you're not going to see him making line-breaking passes or passes that can result into chances created. No. Ruben Dias just plays simple. Now, when it comes to John Stones likes to receive the ball and immediately drive with it in space. And that's why last season, John Stones actually played more of a midfielder than a centre-back. Yet, he was actually Manchester City's right-sided centre-back. His ability to move with the ball in field created spaces for De Bruyne to receive the ball and quickly launch Manchester City's attack. And this is something that Pep Guardiola started to use against Leipzig, where they thrashed Leipzig 7 and were quite dominating Bayern Munich. The position of Ruben Dias in this mid between the two wide centre-backs enabled him to be quite passive and quite precise in picking these centre-backs. Akanji and Walker in these wide areas will receive the ball and try to stretch the opponents by driving with the ball in field, dragging the opposition's midfield out of positions and playing an inside pass to Rodri and Gundogan, who will now thread passes to players such as Gundogan, De Bruyne, Grealish and Bernardo Silva in the wide areas. Look at this clip of how John Stones receives the ball under pressure. Rather than playing the ball backwards, John Stones is driving with the ball in field. And this is something that you expect from a progressive career as a defender. Look at Ruben Diaz. Patiently with the ball, does not make quick passes or line-breaking passes, just draws opponents to play threaded passes to midfielders. This is the work of the centermost midfielder, receiving the ball, maintaining calm, not attempting Hollywood passes, but just retaining the ball so that he can draw players to himself and pass the ball to players who are free, who can now drive into the opposition's half. And this is something that Guardiola fancied from basketball. You receive the ball, rather than passing the ball immediately, you hold the ball, drive with the ball into the pitch, draw an opponent player, then pass the ball to your player. The position of wide centre-backs is key since they act as overlapping centre-backs, something we saw quite good with Sheffield United. So Pochettino's idea of having 3 centre-backs is not a bad idea, but it can actually be implemented in a back 4 by having one centre-back start as a full-back who later comes in and tucks in to form the 3rd centre-back. The way Kyle Walker does it, the way Akanji does it, and the way Tomiyasu is now being deployed by Mikel Arteta as a left-sided, as a left-back who tucks in and plays as a left-sided centre-back. This is our analysis today on the Chelsea defensive problems. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.